Hello, everyone, and thank you for listening to podcast. Obviously, we don't have a name yet, but rest assured that will come in due time. Speaking of which, did you guys vote on that poll that I politely demanded?
Nope.
Yes, I did.
No.
Haven't yet. I need to.
Absolutely.
So, can someone be so kind as to tell me which one got the most votes?
I already did.
NBC Outcast.
Yeah, but that was before we started recording. Now we're
NBC
recording.
Outcast.
Okay. What was the runner-up? Like, I literally actually forgot what the runner-up was.
Wasn't
it Nintendo Fan Chat.
Oh, that's a crappy
It's
one.
pretty awful, yeah.
That's a horrible name.
Well, thank you to the person who made that name. Once they listen to this, they're like gonna kill themselves.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
It's just not creative.
Just
We shouldn't
appreciate your title. What?
Go by that poll. Let's just name it later.
I know.
Let's just name it later.
But I worked hard
Later?
in that
That's
poll.
a bad name.
Right?
Zimmer Venice.
I see what you did there. All right.
I vote for Craigway, the podcast.
Please. As you all probably know, today was a really slow news day, and there is absolutely nothing. There's absolutely nothing to talk about. But seriously, I think the best news today was that Yoshi game that's been confirmed. So
Yes.
now you guys can
That was the
stop
best news today,
linking
so.
that stupid article in the forums.
No, that's never gonna happen. Become a
Basically,
meme.
yeah.
I'm gonna go share it right now. Not really.
You do. Somebody
Should we
will.
introduce
I'm
ourselves?
surprised somebody didn't already. Yeah, that's what I should have did before I even did this. But so with me, my name's Darius Sanchez, by the way. If you didn't recognize my voice, you should by now because it's very distinctive. I get a lot of complaints
What's up,
and
ladies?
compliments about it. This was my voice when I was 12.
I could
What?
say
No
something
way. I don't
really
believe that.
No, I'm so serious. Kids were so scared of me in 7th grade. I almost had to like
call
quit
you
middle
like
school
a little
because of that. But here with me on my left, I have Joseph Steiner. Which
Why
one
am
do you
I on
go
the
by?
left?
I don't know. I'm
I'm clearly a part of the far right.
okay. Here on my left, we have Chris Parliamus.
Parlamus. Get the name right.
And
is
I'm
going
probably gonna
nowhere.
ruin everyone's name, but it's
You should let us say it.
what's your last name?
Parlamus.
Chris Parliamus.
Chris
Parliamus. Parliamus.
All right.
Parliament.
Name makes you want like pastrami or something.
And then we have Aaron. How do you pronounce your last name? I'm
Dobie.
sorry. Dobie. Oh
Dobie?
yeah, like Adobe. All right, Aaron Dobie.
Yes.
How are you doing, Aaron?
I always thought it was Dob.
I'm doing
Me
pretty
too.
good.
That's good.
Yeah, everyone thinks it's Dob.
Aaron's famous now. He's in Nintendo Force.
I am.
What is that?
Yeah, what is that? You guys keep posting about it. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Dude, it's awesome.
It's the spiritual successor to Nintendo Power, apparently.
Oh,
It just-
Forest. I
They
thought
can
you
say
said
that as much as they
Forest.
want. That doesn't make it true.
No, it's
Hey,
it's
I didn't.
definitely awesome.
All right,
I just bought a copy. It's pretty cool. I
and
like
next to Aaron, we have Eddie Montero. Did I pronounce that right?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, you pronounced that right.
Oh, I did something right in my life for once.
Oh,
You pronounced my name
Aw.
correctly.
Huh?
You
I have
pronounced my
to
name.
pity for you.
After I'm done with Dow Jones.
Yeah, Dow Jones.
Dow Jones. All right.
are you up or
Are we
down
actually
today?
gonna let him go by
Yes.
name?
We got a big part of the stock market here with us.
Holla, down to destroy. Take down that stock market.
And then we have Joseph Steiner, which I'm introducing for a second time since he's so picky about who's on my left.
That really doesn't bother me.
I think
hope
it
know
bothers
that.
you. I think you're gonna go to bed
No, what bothers me is
and
people's
cry
love
yourself
for
to
The
sleep.
Legend of Zelda.
Me
Whoa.
too.
Those games are
let's-
disgusting.
They're for babies.
I wouldn't go that far. That was Kirby's Epic Yarn.
I didn't know
Not for
Carlos was here
babies.
today.
I know that's who we're missing. Like some one of the most.
We need another voice of reason in this group.
I don't think
who's the first voice of reason?
Are you implying that you're a voice of reason?
Right.
Someone who, when they actually discuss something, is actually grounded. I can't do it all myself.
You sound exactly like what you type.
Are you trying to say Carlos is too? I don't know.
I know, like that's.
No, I.
This is.
My personality
You're kind of
is exactly what it looks like online.
Really?
Yeah, you see, the thing is, Carlos is the one who said that Call of Duty was his favorite game last time.
Oh my god. He really said that?
Can we go over what our top 5 games are, please?
Our top
You know
5?
what? I will.
Let's not do top 5.
Actually,
Let's do like top 3.
Top 3.
Because I
top
asked
6.
everyone else last time. Obviously, you guys weren't here except Aaron. I asked him and whoever else was on there what their favorite game was, and I want to know Joseph, Dow, and Chris and Eddie. I want to know what you guys' favorite. Can you say you guys' is that it?
You guys.
You guys. I'm sorry.
You
I'm
people.
Like so illiterate. What you people's favorite games are?
This entire podcast is just a guide for us to talk.
All right, you people's favorite games are. Don't all say it at the same time.
Okay, I'm gonna let someone else say it for me because I'm pretty sure everyone knows at this point.
Well, I'm gonna save you for
Okay, well then just ask us individually.
Well, I was gonna do that, but I
Cool.
want Joey to stop talking first. I'm gonna start with the person on my left, which isn't Joey apparently. Chris Parlamas.
Yeah.
What is your favorite game ever and why?
I'm gonna have to go with Super Mario World because it's the first game I remember playing, and I still to this day play it and have no trouble, enjoying it. I don't get bored with it, is what I'm trying to say. It's the best game ever. Okay, it probably isn't, but it is to me.
And that's all that matters. If it is to you, then it's obviously your favorite game ever, which answers that question.
Yes.
That's how
That
English
is
works.
Yeah. That is a great game. That's like I've seen it all over the internet. People talk about it all the time. Like no other words can describe, how important that game is
I think
for
it's the first
gaming
game I
in
beat.
general. It might have been the first game I've ever seen or played, honestly, because being that I was born in '92, I'm not old enough to.
You're not the only one, so.
It's the definitive side-scrolling Mario to me. Like, I always think of that game. A lot of people say 3, but I'm always with Super Mario.
No, it's Mario World.
Super Mario 2, 6 coins is the better Mario.
Like, don't
2D
you just
Mario.
love the control of the game? Like how super responsive he is.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's perfect. Yes.
I love the Super Nintendo controller. So.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What I really like about Super Mario World is how every object interacts with every other object in a unique way. There'd be some really, really interesting situations, like how some of the Koopas will kick other shells around depending on their color.
Oh yeah.
And how everything can bounce around off of the note blocks, and how you can stomp on anything, including spiked saws and stuff if you're spin jumping. It's a ridiculously complex game.
Isn't that the one where you can crawl and go behind the world, if it's a white block or something like that?
That was Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, that's 3.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god. This was before my time, people. Come on.
How old are you, dude?
I'm 18. I was born in
That's
94.
not before your time.
Differently, Eddie.
No, I grew up not really playing Mario games very much. It's really odd.
What did you grow up on then?
What did I
How
grow
were
up
you
on? No, I
able-
grew up on the 64. That just wasn't it. I was a kid who got one game every year or something like that, so I'd be stuck with that game the whole damn time. And I just didn't really get to play very many games when I was that young.
That's fine. I know a
That
lot of people
sucks.
like that, but I also know a lot of people who actually did grow up with the 64. And whenever I bring up Super Nintendo, they're like, "Huh?" It
I
kind
grew
of
up on the
frustrates me
64.
because I did too. I did
I've
grow
played
up.
all of the most of the backlog categories.
Right, I did
the
grow up.
the important ones to play. I've played.
Yeah, I did grow up with the 64, and I also grew up with the Super Nintendo. But to this day, the Super Nintendo's got to be my favorite system ever.
Same
I
here.
agree.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
I do, yeah.
See, I still prefer my N64 because the games I really, really like to play aren't on the Super Nintendo.
Like
I don't feel the need to play all the Final Fantasy games. They're all really deep JRPGs.
Not Final Fantasy is like in the back of my mind when I think of Super Nintendo.
Me too.
Yeah.
See, but that's the other thing.
F-Zero and Donkey Kong Country.
I played all the Mario games.
Must we list them all?
Donkey Kong.
Chrono Trigger.
No.
Mega
Man X. The best name is Earthbound, which will
We should probably get the next person's favorite.
I know, right?
Game.
Well, you didn't say anything, so.
You see what I did there? I
Dow Jones.
What actually took?
What'd you say?
I said the best SNES game to play would be Earthbound, but that's never coming into never gonna come to America. Segue.
That did come to America. That's why it was called Earthbound.
Never gonna come back.
Oh, okay.
No, that was implied.
Oh. All right, Mr. Dow Jones, we're dying to hear what your favorite game is and why. Are you still there? Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm here. My favorite game would definitely be Yoshi's Island.
Good choice.
Not the DS version. It was the first game I ever got with my Super Nintendo. And from the opening music, the art style, the colors, I was just blown away. It was, and it probably still is my favorite platformer and video game of all time.
Which one is the Mario game where you play as Yoshi? I can't remember. It's not.
Go ahead. We're just talking about.
Is it New Super Mario Bros. 2 Yoshi's Story?
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island.
Yoshi's Island.
It's Super Mario World 2, yeah.
Yeah. It is Super Mario.
I never understood.
That's what I was trying to figure out, which one, if that was the same game.
I always forget that.
Nintendo needs to figure out a way to actually name their games where it doesn't get confusing, or stay consistent. Don't go from naming it something from a system to 7.
I always forget that Yoshi's Island is a sequel to Super Mario World. Like, even when you look at the logo, there's like a tiny little logo up in the corner. It's like Super Mario World 2. Like, why even bother? Like, I never saw the point in that.
The Japanese title didn't even mention Super Mario World.
Did it not?
It should be a prequel, though, because Mario's a baby.
Exactly, right?
That's just something they tacked on to their...
They weren't thinking.
But yeah, Yoshi's Island, man, that is a really, really good... One of the things that I love most about that game, and I don't know if anyone else has noticed it, but it's actually a pretty long game.
Yeah.
It's super long.
Yeah.
I've never actually beaten it, and I saw actually in Nintendo Force, I think they show the end of the game, or maybe it's Retro Game or some magazine. Yeah. They showed the end of the game, and I was like, "Whoa, I've never seen that before."
Yeah. The final boss is epic. Like, the way
my favorite final boss music.
oh yeah, the music too.
I don't remember if I got very far in that game, but I know I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's definitely my favorite.
That was my first Mario game.
Yoshi's Island?
Somehow downloaded onto my computer.
Wait. Your first game was a game you downloaded on the computer?
I didn't download it. It was just on my computer.
Oh, okay, never mind.
That game and the original Mario Kart were on my home computer when I was growing up, and I don't know why, because my parents would never actually let me get a system, but those games were just sitting on the computer.
Because someone dumped them perfectly in your computer, and no one is breaking any copyright laws here.
No copyright. Who was the guy who said that?
See, that's the thing. I don't know. That's the reason I don't understand how it happened.
How high were you? Who was the one who was quoting that from Sonic Colors on our last podcast?
That was Bennett.
Oh gosh, I wish Bennett
that was
here.
The best part.
That was he was great. Dude, you should have heard what he was doing like before we even started. Like, he could do Hank Hill and some other cartoon character. That was hilarious. All right, that's a perfect segue into what we're talking about next.
Well, we don't even have to ask me what my favorite game is. Everyone just knows.
Did we ask you? I thought we.
No, you didn't.
No, we asked Eddie.
Snap.
You asked Eddie. You asked Chris.
Yeah.
I never.
Oh, that's right. We didn't ask you.
I'm
do
right.
You really need to ask? Do I really need
Pokemon
to
Snap,
it?
right?
I think it's Pokemon Snap.
It is Pokemon Snap.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, next order of business. Do you want to explain to us why that's your favorite game? I think I'm kind of curious.
It was just one of those games that I can beat really easily in a few hours, but at the same time, it has so much replayability to try and keep getting higher scores. It was also one of the first games I ever had, so that's probably part of it as well. But just the fact that you can always try to keep keep trying to increase your score, your picture scores, and then you can challenge your friends. It was always, I don't know.
It made me want to be a photographer, and I sucked.
Yeah, that too.
I tried to apply it in real life, and boy, that didn't go well.
Well, what happened when you threw the pester ball at some random guy? Probably a homeless guy, too.
Having two of the same person in a picture doesn't make it twice as good.
Same with the pose.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't play that game until Virtual Console. I don't know. I don't think I even knew it existed back.
And the greatest thing is, even after all this time, it still holds up pretty well.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
I mean, it's not. The graphics aren't the greatest, but at 64. But the gameplay mechanics hold up just fine.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed playing through it. I mean, I have no regrets.
It's one of those games that everyone who's really played it loves it. That will never, ever, ever get a sequel.
I don't see it. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see why it's not getting a sequel because.
Oh, it doesn't make any sense. In every time the new system comes out, oh hey, it's a DS. This is gonna be perfect for the game. Look, guys, it's the Wii. Now you can use the Wii remote to point like a camera.
The Wii game
you can have depth. Now it's got its own tablet controller, and we're gonna keep saying this. Every single system is never gonna show up. It's like everyone's saying, no, sooner or later we'll get Earthbound again, but it won't happen.
Well, you know what you can do, Joey? You can write a nasty letter to Nintendo.
It's not
Which
Nintendo's
they will
fault.
never read.
Exactly. Next
We're
order.
the Pokemon company.
Why can't Nintendo be like the U.S. government?
Oh, yeah, Nintendo doesn't technically
if they get a petition with enough signatures, they have to respond to it.
They have to tell you why they won't
respond to it and say no.
No, Reggie will just stutter and start talking about Metroid or Zelda.
Right. We know you
My
want
body,
Pokemon.
his body is clearly not ready for another Pokemon Snap.
And that's all that matters.
Neither are his photograph skills.
Getting back on topic, Earthbound is gonna get released in the.
I don't think that's where we were going next, but we will get there.
Ask someone else their favorite game.
About Earthbound.
Did we have everyone?
Yeah, you asked me last time, so
right.
yeah.
All right. Next time we do this, this will be more organized. I promise you. Well, no, I don't. But so, what did you guys think of the conference?
Meh.
There were some parts that I was really happy about. There were some parts I was really annoyed about, and there were some parts I just didn't give a fuck.
What did you not give an F about? No, was it the
Wind
Wii party?
Waker.
Just ask. I don't care about Wind Waker.
Oh, that's right. You hate Zelda.
Right.
See, that's hard to grasp, you know.
No. I love Zelda. Like, A Link to the Past is probably my favorite game ever, which we skipped on anyways. I just didn't care for Wind Waker at all. I mean, I didn't play it till like a few years ago, and just playing through it, I don't know if it just didn't age well, if that's just a game that doesn't age well at all, but that's just a game that could not resonate with me. Sailing around everywhere was just absolutely no fun. Getting stuff from the ground using your whatever that thing's called, the crane, it just wasn't a fun game to me. The dungeons were boring, and it was just a really easy.
I just don't like the art style.
2D Zelda. There we go. I'll throw it out there.
That's funny you guys say that. That you say it doesn't hold well, and Dow says that he didn't like the art style because a lot of people think the opposite.
Okay.
A lot of people hold that as like their favorite Zelda game because of how well it holds up and the art style.
Best graphics, in my opinion, of any Zelda game, but I don't feel the need to sail compulsively for hours on it. And I've played these games, mind you. I may not like them, but I've played them because everyone keeps saying I like them, and every time I play it, I never like it.
I think the graphics for it holds up well, like compared to something like, Ocarina or any of these other games where like they try to make it look realistic, and like as time ages, it just looks bad. But like I guess like Wind Waker's its own unique thing that like nothing. There's like you really know the game kind of like it, so you can't really compare it. But like as like these other games, that's why I think like people say it holds up, but to me it like I guess it's just whether you like it or don't. And for me, I just don't.
The mechanics hold up fine. The graphics hold up fine, but I don't know. If you're gonna remake a Zelda game that's not Ocarina of Time, because you've already done it a million times, you should remake one of the original ones. I want
like the
top-down Zelda.
I would be happy if they even remade Skyward Sword, because that game would look amazing.
That game was really pretty.
HD.
I personally I woke up to finding out that Zelda Wind Waker is being remade. I woke up and got on the computer because I missed the conference, I missed the stream because I slept through the alarms. And the first thing I saw was on Nintendo Everything. I saw the screenshots, and honestly, I was shocked. I didn't expect that because I thought we'd see it on the Wii U, in the Virtual Console for GameCube games, but I really didn't expect a high def version. But I really like the art style.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not my favorite because Skyward Sword has a beat, but I like it.
Because I had break between my classes from 9 to 10, but the internet in my school is really crappy, so it would be like, Iwata, Smash Brothers, cuts out for another 5 minutes. Talking about something random. Wait, he mentioned Smash Brothers. What's going on?
Well, my favorite part about the announcements was definitely the Yoshi Land game.
Yes, the Yoshi looks really great, and
I'm not a fan of the epic yarn style, but it's still something.
I think it fits Yoshi much better than it fits Kirby.
Yeah, no.
I agree.
Even though I loved Kirby's epic yarn, but Yoshi seems more fitting for it.
I liked the game of Kirby's Epic Yarn. I hated that it was a Kirby game.
Do you not like Kirby games? Or
no, I love classic Kirby.
Yeah.
I buy every classic.
Same
Kirby
here.
there is.
Kirby is the freaking best.
PSA, Kirby Air Ride, best Kirby game ever.
Oh, God.
No, Kirby Air Ride is fun.
Oh, I love Kirby Air Ride.
The best one is Kirby's the N64 Kirby game, because then you could mix and match power-ups and see what kind of cool stuff you could get. Like, you could mix sword and fire Kirby, and you could get a
64?
Oh, yeah.
See, 64 was one of my least favorite because it seemed like a huge downgrade from Superstar. Superstar will always be my favorite.
Superstar is great, but I just wish they had, like, I just love the fact that I could mix and match power-ups.
That was cool.
New ones. I thought that was a really cool
I didn't like the crystal shards either. I liked that you can mix the power-ups, but I don't know. I can't get into that game.
The game itself was
I thought the music in that game was really good.
The greatest power-up is you can shit.
Really?
You can shit?
Yeah, I was just about to
I think that's why you get rid of your power.
Right? I mean, he does eat it,
well,
so it's got to come out somehow.
The way Kirby eats, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with the Yoshi game. I'm excited for it because I like the Yoshi games, but I just don't want it to be the same as Epic Yarn completely. Like, I saw him collecting the gems, and I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
That's the thing I thought was that it really suits Yoshi more, because Yoshi is a franchise that doesn't really have a vehement fan base. It hasn't had very many games. It doesn't have a vehement fan base where stepping outside can really piss off some fans like Kirby does. Kirby's got its fan base, but then it's also got its fan base for...
It even had like an anniversary.
I don't mind that...
Last year.
I don't mind Epic Yarn, but what makes me angry is that Epic Yarn was not even developed as a Kirby game. Like, I love Mass Attack. I love Kirby's the golf Kirby. Kirby's Dream Force.
Yeah, wasn't the game supposed to just be Prince
But those are games where they're not the same kind... Kirby's Epic Yarn was just trying to be the same kind of gameplay, like same kind of platformer game, but it wasn't Kirby. It was just
I think
Kirby got thrown onto, and it just to me it didn't.
Return to Dreamland made up for that game though.
Return to Dreamland was so good,
fantastic,
and I will always hold a grudge against Rich for how he reviewed that game. My God.
Wait, who did, Rich?
Yeah, I don't know why he reviewed it. Like, why? You hate Kirby. Why are you...
I don't think that game got enough attention, honestly.
It didn't at all.
Nobody paid attention.
Actually, the one time they read one of my emails on NPC, I was asking about the GameCube style Kirby, like the
I remember when they read
Kirby
emails.
game. But can I just say this for a minute? You know how everyone Fran's Infamous 7.9? Or was it Perik? I'm blanking already.
I don't know.
Damn, I'm tired. Was it Fran or Perik who gave Double Dash 7.9?
I think it was Fran.
I thought it was Fran too.
Oh yeah, it was Fran.
They were I was listening to Podcast Beyond because I was really bored yesterday, and out of nowhere they start talking about the cave, and Colin Moriarty just goes, "Yeah, the cave is the next the cave is the next Fran Double Dash because it got a 7.9."
What is the cave?
What?
It's an adventure game, right?
It's Take-Two's or Telltale's new game. It's
I don't.
Now I wanted to, while we were talking about Yoshi, I wanted to ask, did you guys like? Has everyone here played Yoshi's Story on the N64?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love.
Did you guys really?
I hated it.
I loved it.
See, I'm caught in the middle. I don't know how to feel about that game.
What
honestly.
the thing I really loved about that game was the different colored Yoshis having slightly different play styles. I thought that was a really cool thing.
That was cool.
That every Yoshi had its own little mechanic.
I didn't know.
But the game itself was not the best.
I liked it a lot when I was younger, but
I did too.
I don't now.
It's not a good game, but it's definitely a fun game.
Real quick, everyone's favorite Yoshi color. For me, black.
Oh, you took my
red.
I like the pink one. I think the pink one's cool.
Pink one's hot.
The pink one is good. The purple one is fun.
What other colors are there? White.
There's white.
Blue,
White's pretty
blue,
good too.
Green. Original green. Isn't there a yellow? I don't think anyone said yellow yet.
White Yoshi kicked ass and Mario Tennis Open.
Yes.
True, yeah.
Anyone think they're gonna make a Mario Super Strikers, another Super Strikers for the Wii U?
I think they will.
Because they could actually use the gamepad to draw up plays and strategies.
I feel like that was the best Mario sports game, honestly.
Nah, Mario.
Yes. Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Tour and Strikers were by far the best Mario sports
I like
games.
Toadstool Tour.
I don't like the golf ones.
Speaking of
the golf ones, you really have to enjoy golf to like the Toadstool Tour.
Speaking of GameCube games, like Toadstool, that was a GameCube game, right? Toadstool Tour?
Yeah.
Do you guys think we will see more GameCube games given this HD treatment?
No.
Definitely.
Just Nintendo ones, not like any other kind.
I don't think it will happen. I know it will happen.
I don't see why they didn't release GameCube games for the original Wii because they had the controller.
Well, it was backwards compatible,
we've been over this.
so
the
that
GameCube
would
was more powerful than the Wii, so they couldn't port half the games.
I didn't think it was more powerful.
It was not more powerful, but that's been the general consensus of people.
I'm just assuming because it was backwards compatible, that wouldn't have made any sense.
That's true as well.
The
I
newest
thought they would
model
release
of
on Virtual Console
not
since you could
backwards
plug in the controller.
All right.
Well, because it was
what's your
backwards
favorite
compatible.
non-Mario Kart, non-Smash Bros, like Luigi's Mansion or like non-Mario themed GameCube game?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Favorite GameCube game that doesn't have Mario in it. So excluding all like the Mario Sports and the Mario and the Smash Bros. Excluding Wind Waker. Like excluding the major Nintendo franchises of
You're making this harder.
no Mario franchises, no Zelda.
I'd probably go with Animal Crossing, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna Animal Crossing. Put a lot of time.
That was my intro to Animal Crossing. Like that was one of the first games I'd get. I remember renting that game like every week just so I could get it. And I remember I had like a really crappy memory card, so I had to delete every other game I had just so I could have the save data for Animal Crossing. And I would just play that constantly.
You want to see Animal Crossing on the Wii U given an HD?
Oh no! I was just saying.
No.
There's no need for that.
And at that point, you might as well just make another Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Do Sunshine, or actually,
do Sunshine.
Did anyone ever play the Darkwing Duck game, or am I alone on this one?
I don't.
You're
I
alone.
remember the TV show. Yeah, you're alone. So just to answer your question, Joey, because my favorite GameCube game that doesn't have Mario in it would have to be Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, even though that was on the Dreamcast. Not Battle, but
Chow's. Oh, that was
that was fun.
Oh, I spent too much time in that Chow Garden.
Were the best. People would just try to. Everyone would just try to jump down to the farther part of the rail, and everyone would miss.
Have you ever threw your Chow against the wall and stuff and cried later?
Easily, all the time. And I'd carry on walking for like 20 minutes.
Right. I'll pet them and be like...
So bad.
Shadow the Hedgehog, yay or nay?
Nay.
Oh, no, never.
I would pet the Chow and be like, what would he say? Everything's going to be okay, or something like that. And
yeah, I remember, was it Tails who said that, right? Because I'd always be Tails in there, because he could fly around.
Oh, was Tails who said that?
I think so. I want to say
I was always Eggman in there just because it was funny.
What would Eggman say?
Eggman, he seemed like a pervert with all my little chows. I just didn't want him anywhere near that. And I remember I'd spent so much time trying to get those like heaven and hell gardens, and then it was harder getting that like neutral heroic chow, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make a dark Chow. Instead of petting it with a evil character, I just threw it against the wall.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's why I kept on throwing my child, because I wanted to get the help. Yeah.
Like, I could have easily not been a jerk and just, went in there with a, evil character, but nah. I just felt like throwing it at the wall.
Some other really good, underappreciated GameCube games.
Sonic Riders.
Hatcher and a giant egg.
Yeah. Billy Hatcher. I want another one of those. Honestly, I like that game.
That game was fun.
It was.
I like Custom Robo.
I love Custom Robo. I was really sad they stopped releasing those.
Huh.
I know they didn't sell, but I loved Custom Robo.
Amazing Island was pretty cool too. That's like.
I'm actually looking at my GameCube collection while you guys talk.
Oh
man. Trying to figure.
There's
Mine's
one
on a different
game
floor of the
I
house.
I just.
I think I got Dragon Ball Z Budokai, the first one on GameCube.
I want a new Star Fox Assault. I want them to remake Star Fox Assault.
I forgot about the Star Fox game. Didn't everyone hate those though?
I didn't.
No, Star Fox Assault was a horrible single player game, but it was great for multiplayer.
Yeah, I love the multiplayer in that game.
You make everyone play Crystal and everyone dies really quickly. Or you make everyone play Slippy and everyone just jumps off the edge.
And
it's
a
like
friend
when you play
of
Smash
mine,
Brothers, you make everyone play Ganondorf and no one dies. Because everyone just spams his B attack.
Me and a friend would practice. We would do this thing where one of us would pick up this crazy weapon and the other one would hop in an R-Wing. And we would have one person drive the R-Wing and one person stand on top of the R-Wing. And we would fly around and just snipe people out of the air. It was great.
That is great. If I guess to answer my own question, I think I would want to see Melee remade for the Wii U.
Not getting remade.
Particularly, I would love them to put.
You can't remake Melee because you have no way to simulate a GameCube controller.
I love Melee, but
okay, let me talk. Let's talk about that for a second because that is a good point. As far as the controller is concerned, especially considering the pressure, what do you call those? The shoulder buttons where they. Oh no,
analog?
that's not. I don't think the
they're
GameCube
analog,
does that.
Not
right, I'm sorry, I take that back. Either way, the Wii U Pro controller doesn't have that.
Right.
So what would be an alternative for them to use?
We're talking about shoulder buttons, right?
Right.
There really isn't. Yeah. I don't even think they're I'm gonna be using the Wii U Pro controller on that game. I don't see any other controller working that well. I hate the Wii remote.
Here's my theory.
What did you guys use though when playing those games? Did everyone use the GameCube ones?
Yeah, I used GameCube.
Yeah, pretty much. Everyone did.
Classic controller kind of worked a little bit.
I guess I was the only guy who used the Wiimote and nunchuck.
I always play Wavebird.
Oh, it sucks with a nunchuck.
Oh, I love
if I'm playing on a Wii that doesn't have GameCube controllers, that doesn't a newer Wii that doesn't have the GameCube controller slot, and then it's the Wii remote and nunchuck.
I can't
nunchuck was okay.
I can't play with the Wii remote by itself, and I can't play with the classic controller because I don't have a classic controller Pro, so the one I have is horrible.
I can't play with the GameCube one, but I can beat everybody with the Wiimote and the nunchuck. I don't know why people think I'm so crazy for playing it, or they don't know why or how good I am because of it, but that's what I play, and that's just what I'm good at.
It's what you're used to play. That's what it is. It's what you're used to playing.
Yeah, so I guess the next Smash Bros. Will just be whatever for me, but everyone's just, everyone's freaking out because it's no GameCube. I'm like, eh.
No, the no GameCube thing doesn't bother me. It's just, I don't...
Mm-hmm. I'm just glad that the analog stick is in the same position as the GameCube controller.
Yeah. I actually haven't tried to play with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck since the first time I played the game because there was a tournament when it came out at GameStop, which was
I remember that.
It was handled really bad. They did really bad, and they didn't let you use the GameCube controller. I brought one. They're like, no, and they gave me the controller and the nunchuck and. I was Olimar, and I was like, I'm done. Because Olimar, you have to master that character.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't play Olimar to save my life.
So did you win the tournament?
He's really good if you learn how to play with him, but
I guess that's a no.
Well, you know what? You know what happens when you get 4 people to play Diddy Kong, but no one can play Diddy Kong? It degenerates into a side B and trying to make him eat your nuts. You know I'm right. That's the worst part.
All right, well, moving on.
What's everyone's favorite Smash Bros. Character?
Timers.
Which game?
I guess
doesn't matter in general.
All, I guess. I don't know.
What character is that? The question?
Dr. Mario.
I like Ness. I don't know.
Ice Climber.
For me,
which Smash Bros?
I guess all of them. Just your favorite Smash Bros. Character.
We just established that.
Of all time.
See, that's a tough thing because I'm really like original Ness, but I hate GameCube Ness and I hate Brawl Ness.
I like Luigi on Melee.
I like playing
but he sucks on Brawl.
Luigi and Marth. Luigi, Marth, Toon Link. My Brawl characters are Luigi, Marth, Toon Link, Ganondorf, and Lucas.
Lucas was my favorite in Brawl.
In Brawl, I like to play Ganondorf, Marth, and Roy.
I'm split between
And then in the original, I play everybody.
All right, I'm glad we're talking about Melee. I want to get a little more into what happened this morning.
Right.
I was going to mention that my favorite part of the broadcast is honestly, it was probably the Fire Emblem crossover, because I haven't even played Shin Megami Tensei ever in my entire life. Okay. I've never played those, but I love Fire Emblem. So
are they I was trying to discuss this earlier. Is that going to be a strategy RPG, or what is it going to? Is it?
Well, we don't really know.
I've never played any of those games. Are they strategy RPGs or?
I don't.
They're RPGs.
That's kind of what they are.
They're kind of standard
RPGs.
Download the demo for Awakening. It's amazing.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't want to spoil anything though for the actual game.
Yeah, but that demo though made me so excited for that game.
Oh man, yeah.
I feel like I'm going to be miserable just waiting if I play the demo.
Like, I hated the Sacred Stones when that came out for Ambassadors. I hated it, but this one gave me hope.
I hated that game too. Oh my!
I actually like it. It kind of got me into the I never played them before that.
No, the thing
I
Sacred
got Sacred Stones in the Ambassador program, and I was kind of But the demo was so good.
What you do is you make Amelia a general in that game, and then you just steamroll everything else. That's the only strategy.
What else happened this morning?
There was they talked about 3D Mario. They didn't show.
I was just about to talk about that. That was on the next thing on my list before we got off topic.
Yeah, just go ahead.
So, what do you guys think the new 3D Mario? I know we kind of touched on this on the last podcast, which most of you weren't on. Not to rub it in your face, but we were saying how what we would like to come back. I remember we were talking. I was saying I would want the paint. What was that? The paint jumping thing to come back to make it more like Super Mario 64, and basically,
the paintings, like where you jump into the world.
And basically, we were just saying, what could the theme possibly be in this new Mario game? Because of course, we had Sunshine.
Once you've gone to space
Sunshine
twice, there's
theme.
not much else you can go to.
Right, and then we had space. So what could possibly be the next theme?
Honestly, they just need to set it back in the Mushroom Kingdom again, but make it so you can explore further than the castle. I mean, why not? I don't know. I think that would be cool.
Well, don't you think everyone's tired of the Mushroom Kingdom?
Slide levels are always the best levels.
Royal Raceway's outside the castle.
I think it's gonna be a new galaxy or something.
I actually wouldn't really mind that.
I think it'll go farther than that. I don't know. I feel like they should do parallel universe. You go to a different version of a Mushroom Kingdom, or I don't know, the main character is Luigi or something. Because I mean, the first game is you're at the castle, and then it's okay, we'll take you and we'll put you to an island, which is technically I guess in the same planet area of where the Mushroom Kingdom is, and then it expands further by going into the galaxy, and they've already done that twice, so I think they'll expand even more.
Twice, what are you gonna do?
Wow, that was a very insightful analysis.
Yeah, you might as well go to
Is anyone else gonna be annoyed if they call it Super Mario Universe?
Not at all. No.
I don't even care. I don't. That's kind of stupid, honestly. I'd rather Smash Bros. Be called that.
Too obvious.
I would not mind.
I think the best option, though, I think the coolest option would be if they made a 3D remake or sequel to Super Mario RPG.
Yes.
I would love this.
That would be incredible.
I want
favorite character ever from that game.
I want an HD remake of Super Mario 64. I mean, I know they did the DS
one,
but
too.
I just love that game too much.
I would love that so much.
Yeah. But I don't think they should try and be too ambitious with this 3D Mario. They shouldn't. I know everybody's well, where are they going to do it next? I don't think that. I think, like I said, they should just.
But they've been playing it safe for so long.
Did anyone dislike 3D Land, or am I the only one who really...
3D Land was too easy.
That was too easy. I hated that game so much. That was like my worst game ever.
I liked how it felt.
Okay.
Just throwing it out there, PSA.
We're done.
I liked how that game felt.
This is our last episode.
Yeah.
I liked how 3D Land felt. Like I especially liked when you like jump on the Koopas and how the shells worked. It just was so awesome because it's 3D and it felt 2D at the same time. But they I don't know, they dropped the ball. It's too easy and it felt cheap and generic, honestly.
3D Land was the perfect 3DS game.
No.
The perfect 3DS game.
No, it was the perfect. It was the perfect 10-year-old 3DS game. It was too easy. It was really too easy.
Okay, says the person who plays Kirby games, which I'm not saying it's a bad thing because I do too.
No, Kirby games are
let's be fair here.
But Kirby games I expect to be easy. Mario games I expect to be challenging.
I thought Return to Dreamland actually got a little difficult towards the end.
It did, especially in extra mode and when you're doing the true arena, it gets really hard.
There's a reason people talk about Mario type and Kirby type boss dissonance, right?
See, the way I look at it is that it's a portable Mario game. I don't expect it to be this long, drawn out, super difficult.
Neither do I, but Legend of the Coins was like the perfect.
Wasn't that like really short though? Like
no,
it was pretty long. It was pretty long.
Wait, which game are you talking? Was that? Are you talking about Super Mario Land?
Yeah,
Super Mario Land 2.
I played that game. That was short.
Or no, not GBA. It was the GameCube game. Or game.
Wait, GameCube? No, Game Boy, regular Game Boy.
Yeah, that was the one. That was the game that introduced Wario.
You guys thought that was long?
The first games I ever got was that game and Pokemon Red. And
I played and beat that game. That was short. I think I beat it in like a day or two. But whatever. To each their own.
I don't like Super Mario 3D Land. I understand that it's a handheld. Of course, it's going to be smaller. But the way they described it, like they're like, it's going to be a full-fledged 3D Mario game on a handheld, and then it really wasn't. It's just not.
Did they really say?
Didn't they do that a couple years before when they released the original DS and they brought like Super Mario 64? I mean, why not just the next 3DS Mario game be like a Sunshine remake on it? Why not?
I'd rather that be on
no analog triggers. That's why.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me talk about my theory. I think I was gonna say that, but Joey probably interrupted me or something. My theory with the whole analog shoulder button issue, you've got 4 shoulder buttons on the Pro controller. Yeah. So with the analog shoulder buttons on the GameCube, wasn't it basically like 2 buttons? Because when you're controlling Mario, when you push down lightly, he's spraying lightly, but when you push down all the way, he's like in his that set mode where he's just
It was continuous though. Like there were times where you wanted to just like sprinkle a very 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 tiny amount, and then you just do a light tap on the button. It wasn't like there was just spray and then like lock spray a lot.
Are you?
When you held it down all the way, wouldn't Mario stop and then you'd have to like
that's what I'm saying. But when you push it lightly, I don't think it was a. I don't know how to put it.
I feel like there was almost 3 stages to it. Like it's a barely press, and then it's like press a little more, and then you like pressed it all the way.
See, I thought there was only 2. The way when I was playing it, because when I was playing it, it seemed like there was only 2 stages.
Well,
you push it lightly. Are you sure?
I'm
gonna have to go
sure.
back. Okay.
Like,
all right.
I would slide around whole levels just like by sprinkling just a tiny bit, really like right down on the ground in front of me, just with a tap of the R button, and then jumping onto it.
See, I remember doing that when I would like hit it like lightly once, like hit the button once, and obviously it'll just sprinkle. But you're probably right.
What was Nintendo thinking, not putting analog triggers on the Pro? Like I don't even. What
Maybe
were
it was called. I don't know.
I mean,
it was the perfect opportunity to do so, and they just didn't do it.
I mean, I imagine that it might be
the first one
cheaper, but I don't know.
That's usually the
case. It can't be
significantly
cheaper.
Yeah.
Oh. When people were complaining about it, honestly, I was confused at what analog and digital triggers were, and then once I realized, I was like, yeah, they screwed up on that one. That's.
Well, we can add that to the list.
Supposedly the whole reason they even made the Pro controller was because games like Call of Duty wouldn't come on Does anyone remember this rumor that like Call of Duty wouldn't come to the Wii U unless they had a controller?
I thought that
and
was
if it's meant for something like Call of Duty.
To...
Call of Duty, the best way to play Call of Duty is to not to put it. It's not shoot. It's not shoot or not shoot. It's shoot spray, shoot light bursts, and you can't really do that when you have on or off. It's not.
The way
does that make any sense? Or am I the only one who?
I remember that, but the way I heard it was that it was the clickable sticks that were the deal breaker.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought too.
Doesn't the Wii U Pro Controller have clickable sticks though?
Yeah, so does
it does. Yeah, it does. It does. I don't know how I remember that is. I remember like it was a Nintendo Direct or something like that, and he was like, for long period game sessions when, I think I'm quoting him, like for long period game sessions when you wanted to play longer and you didn't want your hands to hurt or something, like use the Pro Controller because like that's what that would be for. And like because the regular Wii U gamepad has like such a short battery life, but like the Pro one has so much more.
That's a stupid reason.
Yep.
That's how I remember. I don't know. My memory sucks. Let's just go with that.
I just remember it was like, if you want a more hardcore experience, use this thing.
Yeah, that's kind of how I don't know.
Can somebody tell me what clickable... Because I haven't played a lot of games that use that except Infamous and stuff. But what are clickable analog sticks really good for?
Running.
I hate them, honestly.
Knifing.
Running and knifing.
It seems so awkward to me to do motion to like push down the stick.
Right, yeah.
And tilt it forward.
See,
I don't like it either.
I'm playing Halo right now, and it's just kind of natural to me at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you would get used to it, but I can't. It seems really awkward to me to push down the stick while I'm moving it around.
Yeah.
Is that like the actual term for calling it, like just pressing on the stick? Because I remember like with like Sony and like the PS2 controllers, like pressing on it was considered like R3 and or L3.
Yeah, that's
is
what
that it's considered. It's I know on the Xbox it's considered left stick or right stick.
Yeah. Okay.
Is anyone else sort of irritated that there's a new Mario Kart already? Because I am.
No.
I'm excited actually.
A new what?
Yeah.
A new Mario Kart. Well, I mean, I'm gonna play it because I love those games.
Well, then.
But I feel like it's too. I feel like they're just releasing it because they know it'll sell.
I just hope. I hope
I've
that
lost interest in
it's a little
Mario
more
Kart
polished
since they
than
fucked
Mario
up
Kart 7
Battle.
was.
Yeah,
I think like Mario Kart 7 was missing things.
Since Mario
I think Mario Kart 7 was the best one, but
it was a lot of fun. But I think the transformations of the vehicles was.
I hate Double Dash.
No, I take that back. Double Dash was the best one.
Double Dash is clunky.
No,
I agree.
But you have to get used to that. Once you get used to the feel of Double Dash, it is such an excellent.
I never got used to it.
Well, you need to spend more time with it.
I have.
Yeah.
Use the small characters.
If they can get the online right, I think the next Mario Kart game could be really, really good.
I think it'd be a hit.
The online mode, Mario Kart is not something in my radar because you had infinite balloons in the Wii version and the 3DS.
Yeah.
And that was. I haven't. I mean, by far the best battle was N64 Mario Kart 64.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, easily.
Any battle since Double Dash is not just. I haven't. Because the races are just easy at this point.
The thing with
I want limited. I want people to have limited lives.
Well, I remember like the DS, like the DS battle mode or whatever, like had the original one from N64.
Wasn't bad, but I hated that you had multiple balloons that you had to blow up. Give me 3 balloons. Give me 3 chances, and leave me with my 3 balloons. Also, bring back the bomb cars because the bomb cars were.
Yeah, the bomb cards were great.
Fun.
I just don't feel like this. Like I don't know. I don't feel like it's gonna be different enough. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. I just think it's. I hope it's not like just a rehash. I mean, they generally all are, but I mean, I hope it's at least unique in some way because. But that was my problem with Mario Kart 7. Like, I like it a lot, and I think when I reviewed it on the site that I'm on, I gave it a decent score. But I mean, it definitely felt nice, but I'm getting sick of the same old, and I know there's not much you can do, but I don't know. I feel like it's too early.
Just ease up on a blue shell, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, can you balance out the blue shell, please?
The blue shell.
They also want the system to sell, and what do people know? They know Mario Kart.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
You know,
whenever I try to play those Mario Kart games, like I always try to get like I don't know what's the max, like 3 stars or something like that for each cup. Yeah, you always have to get it so perfect, like time it perfectly, be first, like I don't know, majority wise of the game,
by, like,
and then
1 billion seconds.
Yeah, like that's what it is, and then I just get hit with a blue star. I'm like, well, fuck, now I gotta restart this whole damn thing.
Yeah, that's where I am. Is I'm trying to finish 3-starring 7, and it's not worth it anymore.
I feel like Mario Kart.
When I play good old N64 battle, I will sometimes just kill myself on purpose. Just go to skyscraper and jump off the edge, just so I can run around, be a bomb car, and just fuck with other people.
Because it's really entertaining. That, like, you fell for 20 seconds if you fell off. Like if you fell off of the skyscraper, you just went down, down. Before Lakitu caught you.
So, what are your favorite Mario Kart tracks?
Bowser Castle 64. Bowser Castle 64 is, I think, the perfect video game racetrack.
Mushroom Gorge.
Wait, which 64 track?
Bowser Castle.
I'm really prone to Yoshi's Valley because I really love that it has so many different routes around and that you don't know who's in first.
Yoshi's Valley had a fun shortcut.
Yeah.
All right, heads up. We have 10 minutes left.
I'm pretty sure.
So what else happened on the Nintendo Direct?
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, let's get to let me bring up my Word document. We can talk about Earthbound not coming.
Dude, it's not never gonna come because they don't want to deal with. Earthbound will never come to the US because they don't want to deal with the Beatles' rights issues. Moving on.
All right.
Well, Miiverse is getting an update.
Dude, the creator though.
But not
they're finally updating the freaking load times. I'm really excited about that.
That's not something to be excited for.
Can I say that Miiverse is the biggest reason why I'm sad I don't have a Wii U yet?
Miiverse is great.
Oh yeah, Miiverse is the best thing.
Yeah, Miiverse. Especially
I'm excited for Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta 2.
I am really excited for that game.
But you don't have a Wii U.
Yeah, I'm going to get a Wii U when Bayonetta comes out.
I have Bayonetta sitting in my lap, waiting to start being played, and just not doing it.
Whoa.
I think the communities for the virtual console games will be cool.
Yes, I'm excited for when we can make our own PC community.
I think that'll be awesome.
I already bought Balloon Fight like right after. just because I wanted that feel.
I go on a freaking tirade that Nintendo wants to make us pay for something we've already bought multiple times.
I don't mind that at all.
It was 30 cents. It was nothing.
I'm excited for the price. $1 or $1.50. At least they're not trying to get you to pay like $8 again.
Right.
No, but
I didn't really get
the middleman that Nintendo took.
It's ridiculous that I've already bought this game once. I've already transferred it. Most of these games I've probably already bought more than once. I probably bought on their original system.
Then don't buy it again.
Your fault, though,
I'm not going to buy it, but it's ridiculous that they keep expecting us to pay more money for something that's not.
All right, then don't buy it. Don't play it on your gamepad. Don't play it in HD. Just.
No one else thinks that it's ridiculous. They're making us pay again.
You act like they're making us buy the whole game again. It's just like $1.
I mean, I might not be too annoyed by it because I didn't get a whole lot of games on the Wii Virtual Console, but I mean, it seems like you're just paying an extra $1 or whatever to add the functionality of playing it on the gamepad, and I mean, that doesn't seem like too much of a bad deal.
They can't give us everything for free.
Well, and it's not even just on the gamepad. I mean, you won't have to go through that annoying menu switch again.
Yeah, and it won't stretch it out to 16:9.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think that's one of the best moves they could have made.
Yeah, I will have no problem paying $1 to update the console games I have.
Yeah.
I like playing Balloon Fight with the gamepad a lot. Like I don't know, I usually suck at that game really bad, and it just felt so nice because I love the gamepad's D-pad. It's like it's the best since the Super NES controller.
Okay, wait.
So how does it compare? Did you have it for the Wii?
Get a demo? How does that work? Is it's 30 cents? Because it didn't sound like it was 30 cents for the whole game. It sounded like it was
you get the whole game for 30 cents. That's
for the limited time demo if you've already bought it.
Well, basically they're doing this thing monthly until it comes out, where there will be one game that's 30 cents.
But I find it's ridiculous to charge 30 cents for a limited time demo.
It's not. I don't think
it's a limited time demo. You get it forever, right?
No,
I bought it and it's mine.
The way it sounded from Iwata is you got it.
Well, okay,
Chris,
you don't speak English.
Chris, is it the full game or is it short?
It doesn't. It's the full game. It's exactly like it is on the NES or any other thing. It doesn't say that it's a demo. I went on there and bought it, and it.
But Chris, have you ever beaten Balloon Fight?
Right.
I mean, no.
How do you know it's a full game?
Because I mean,
yeah.
It doesn't
It would say
time
demo on the title or something like that.
Right.
It would say like you have like I don't know like 20 plays or however it is Nintendo does.
I don't think they charge the 30 cents for a demo either.
I know that's.
I think 30 cents is reasonable if it's a full game, and it's
for
NES,
game,
so I mean
but
it's an
if
old
it's a
enough
demo,
system.
to charge money for a demo, I find ridiculous.
But it
I don't
doesn't.
know,
It's not a demo.
30
I
cents is
understand it may not be a demo, but does that not?
No.
It's still ridiculous to charge money for a demo.
It's not.
I don't think it's a demo. Though. That's the.
I'm not saying. No, I'm saying is it in general.
That's what I'm saying. I think they would tell you. Oh,
what Joey's saying is that you're saying that you might lose access to the game after 30 days.
Right.
And I didn't get that impression, but I think you might be right.
Low price.
Oh.
What else was in this Nintendo Direct this morning?
Wonderful 101 looks amazing.
Oh, it does look good.
I forgot about
It looks really good.
The voice acting kind of.
Yeah,
it
but
still looks.
whatever.
The gameplay looks fantastic.
What else was there?
What else did they announce? Smash Bros. At E3. Is it actually going to be Smash Bros? Or is it just
I think they'll just show a trailer.
Ridley has been confirmed.
It'll be like a 30-second trailer, and
I think we're just gonna get. I think that.
I'd be fine with just the logo, even like boom. That's it. That's all I need.
Goku was confirmed too.
Was Goku confirmed? Wait,
They had
Goku was
all the
confirmed.
TV
Mega Man wasn't
characters.
confirmed. What?
And the Zimmer character.
Piccolo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting thing. Do you think like the next Smash Bros could have like your Mii character in it?
That would be
I
cool.
think it will, and I'm really gonna be pissed if it does.
I don't want it, but I don't care if it's in there.
I
I
just want
really-
to see my mustache kicking
I hate
Ness's
having
ass
me
or
characters.
something.
No,
getting
wait,
ridiculous.
guys. So you realize
I mean-
that if they let Mii's in Super Smash Brothers and you can play online, that
Consider-
eventually Hitler is going to be a Super Smash Brothers character.
my me is John Lennon, so
John Lennon too. Like I don't want to play Smash Brothers against John Lennon.
right. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Unless you had a gun item and shot him.
Oh, you're all right.
You could just be Fox, right? He has a pistol, right?
Right.
Or just
It's terrible.
have the
Too
character-
soon? Was that too
character
soon?
In the ride.
Too soon. It was 1980.
Yeah, that's too soon.
How droll.
This wasn't on the Nintendo Direct, but I honestly think that Platinum is doing Star Fox after they're done with the. Like, I really think because I got a reply from one of the developers. I mean, you guys probably saw I posted it in the group.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that smiley face is telling me. He did the same thing when people were asking if Bayonetta would be shown on the Nintendo Direct. And I feel like that's what he's doing next, and I hope, because I want Star Fox.
I would rather have
I want-
Treasure do Star Fox myself.
It seems like he wants to say yes, but like legally he can't. You know, or just
I
like there's
want
something
Star
that's
Fox,
can't.
but I really want Star Fox to have online multiplayer, kind of like Ground like Assault kind of multiplayer. I
That
know
would
we've
be
probably
fun.
already
I
discussed
would
this,
like
but
that.
All right, we got to end this soon, but real quick, let's talk about the companies that. Well, let's talk about THQ first, and then we can
Alright.
talk about the companies that took over other companies or whatever we were listing before. So, are you guys sad about THQ?
Nope.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
All right, that was
I don't
easy.
really care.
I guess I'm one of the few who
Stuff like
does.
gaming like that.
Atari went bankrupt. That's kind of sad.
Atari went bankrupt
Yeah.
because all they do is make money on licensing for the Atari
Yeah.
thing.
Does anyone really
Pretty
care
much.
about Atari anymore? I mean,
No, I was just
Like
saying
70-year-old
they were
people,
so they started
Yeah.
the whole thing kind of a
that
little
PC
bit.
remake of Pong way back then was pretty cool. But that was about it.
I kind of want to go back and discuss what characters need to be in Smash Brothers that aren't, but
And we do not have time for that.
Exactly.
But we can in
Next
another
week.
podcast.
Next
We have 2 minutes.
everyone pick one character that wants to be in Smash Bros. The next Smash Bros. That's not in a Smash Bros.
What?
game
Yu
yet.
Hayabusa.
No, that's gonna take way too.
All right, we actually talked about this last podcast.
Did we?
Too.
Oh.
Well, not you, but but
He's always constantly saying, "Not you, you're that."
I'm sorry. I'm doing that like on purpose too. Now, what was there something about Sega that happened, or were just talking?
We were just
about
discussing
Sega?
Sonic Team.
Oh, so they didn't get taken over by some
Nothing important.
other company.
Toad should be a playable character in Smash Bros. I know you're gonna say no, but
Toad is a playable character.
That was the one playable character I was gonna say. Is I want Toad.
Oh really? Cool.
All right. Well, with that being said, I think we just about covered everything. Now we can move on to viewer mail. Oh wait, we don't have any viewers because it's a podcast.
I was gonna do my irritating Toad impression before we left or signed off of this whole thing, but
I think we got time for that.
I don't want anybody to go deaf.
Yeah, your mic's kind of loud already.
I know.
Yeah, you're loud.
I'm sorry. I asked you guys if it was loud, and you're like, it's not that loud.
Well, until you said you were going to do a Toad impression, now it's loud.
One thing that would be cool for future stuff is doing like live questions.
Twitter.
With who?
Or Facebook.
Nobody's
we
listening to us.
We could just ask. Yeah, just post it to the group. You know, just yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm glad I thought of that.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. So, any last words? I mean, not that I'm going to kill you guys, but what's that?
Lego City Undercover looks great.
Yes.
I never thought I was going to say that, but Lego City Undercover looks fantastic.
The prequel is going to be awesome too.
The new Zelda game looks great. Oh wait.
We haven't seen it.
Exactly.
That's kind of cool.
But that tech demo will always look great.
What I would, you know.
Did anyone see the IGN thrift shop parody?
No.
No.
Did anyone see that picture I posted of Ryan Altano with the Wii Zapper or the NES Duck Hunt gun?
No.
Nope.
Sorry, Joey.
Are you just making stuff up?
No. Right. If you go back like 4 days worth of stuff, it's there.
4 days worth of
Ain't
stuff.
Nobody got time for that.
Is this stuff going to be on the podcast? These last few minutes, we just.
Yeah, it's still recording, so I'm probably trying to. But I want to end it properly. I just don't want to just fade out with Joey talking about stuff we never saw.
You were talking about a random poll that I never saw too, so.
Well, that was in the beginning. That's got to stay.
We were also talking about how my microphone's loud, but nobody wanted to tell me when I asked them.
We told you.
Well, you were supposed to do it. Yeah.
I was supposed to do what?
Well, that's it, everyone. Thank you for watching.
This is it. This is our last episode.
We're gonna record again. I don't know how to end anything. It should just end randomly. Just cut it right now.
We're gonna get canceled. We're gonna get cut out.
So it's like fading out as we're talking.
Thanks for
Hi, everyone.
And basically,
love you all.
Everything at this point will not be in the podcast. You guys can stop.
Call of Duty sucks.
Call us loser.